Made of starburst. There's a few things I'm waiting for. I'll get onto those at some point. But today is all about one thing. Not that. It's all about my new thing that I'm making. And I thought, oh, I'll have a go at that. One, because I can. Two, because I think I can make things that's going to be attractive to people like you. They're called slickers. They're called edge burnishing tools. What they are is a hardwood turned lever making tool. Okay, and what you see is you'll notice the different widths of these grooves, and what happens is when you get a lever sheath, you just rub it up and down the stitched edges and it just rolls them over a bit by just forming them over a bit more. So I'm making those. Now that's the sort of a full size one. You can imagine hang on to it like that, but after a bit of playing around I worked out you can buy them as round wheels, and they look a bit like a nylon wheel you get in a sash window with the groove that the cord would run in. I thought, alright, so if I made that, you can still hang on to it, you can still get to the groove you want and still work it, and it would fit in a far smaller toolbox or a tool tray or whatever. So I've started making them that size as well. I'll give them a go, and obviously I can get 2 of those made for the length of one of them. See what I'm on about in the height and the length of the stock. Okay, it'll do the same thing, you just hold it slightly differently. Okay, so edge slickers. So I'm going to get on my new scroll saw, I'm going to trim up this, which is what I've made as one piece. I've got one big one, 2 small ones, and another big one again. This was I had a Schoberg beach bench arrive at work at school. I've waited 2.5 years for it. When it opened up the box, there was 2 beach packing pieces with huge holes in it. There's the holes. So obviously it was just packing pieces. I'll just turn those. So these are sort of strange, weird sizes, and I've just turned them into rounds. So I've got one more piece at work I can do this, and I'd have to buy some stock. I'm thinking beech is more appropriate than Iroko. This feels heavier than Iroko, and I haven't got much left of the scraps at work, so eventually I'll be buying it. The beech comes across nice and dense, so I'm gonna cut these through, trim them up on my little sander. I'll see you in a minute. But it's an opportunity for you to see the scroll saw in action that I had off of Sandy, and my new acquisition I've had from Machine Mart. I've got another Clark. It's really tweed. Look. So let's undo the clampy thing. There's my scroll saw. That's from Sandy. And if I got it turned on, it's variable speed. Very nice. And on this side I have a rough and ready 1x30. So let's get going down in there. I'll see you in a bit. Drop the camera first. Right. back. Scott from Wessex Blades. Freezing me arse off me garage. I've sent Rob one. I'm guessing it was very similar to this. I spent a lot of time on that one getting it as sweet as I could. These I've done more as prototypes, so I've experimented with the depth, the profile and the width to just come up with 3 or 4 sizes that work well, so that when I end up making them in general, I'll know what I'm doing. Right size, right depth of groove, right profile. I'm sure what I've sent Rob will be fine, but I just had a little bit of a play doing different profiles, different depths and different widths. I'm sure that even though that is a serious tool because you can hang on to it, I'm sure that can be used like this. So that means I can use smaller pieces or get 2 out when I would have had 1, and that'll be it. We'll just see how it goes, but I'm sure these twee little things here will be absolutely fine to be able to use. But I do prefer the weight of the beech, so in weeks to come I'll buy myself a slab of beech, process it down into squares, and then turn it down specifically for these things. It's getting to the point now where the scraps bin, you know, is gone. My stuff outside in the garden, I ain't got anything left of that, and I've had a few sources dry up on me the last couple of weeks, so it's going to get to the point where I'm going to have to actually buy stuff for scales and stuff for ferro rod handles and knees. So I'll have to review prices on it at some point, but I'm more than happy at the moment to pass on the economy of me getting these things as reclaim. So anyway, that's something I'm going to be playing with in the next couple of weeks. I've got a few things to turn up next week after. Most of all, it's going to be liner material from a contact I have from Sandy, so I'll have a little play and do some liners and see how I get on with that. So thanks for joining me again. As I say, this is a hate-free site, so any silly dumbass comments, I ain't gonna take it. Thanks for joining me again. Have a great new year. Scott from Wessex Blades.